Please welcome to stage the first act this night. It's Miss Juliet Meyers, everyone! Are you well? Are you good? Yes. Fantastic. Quick question before I begin. Do you ever walk into a bar? What you actually want to do is use the toilet, but to make it less obvious, you involve yourself in what's going on in the rest of the place. Do you ever do that? Yeah? So what I'm doing here. Some of you believe me. Relax, it is a joke. I am a comedian, I've been away. Just come back from a couple of months in India. Particularly good for me, India, because I assimilate to foreign cultures quite quickly. When I came back from India, I was practically a Hindu. Came back from weekend in France and I was a complete cunt. Testing the waters. It seems alright. I was a bit worried in case there were French people in. I'm more worried. I've said the C word very early on. I'm not that sweary as a comedian. I've been lulled into a full sense of security with the C word because I did the Glasgow Comedy Festival last. Ooh, I love it. People have gone, ooh. Have we got Scottish people in? What? That's alright! Welcome! You said that. Was that the Scottish person saying that? Or was that her friend going, yeah? Yeah. I love Scotland. It was tricky during the referendum, before the referendum, wasn't it? I was in Glasgow. I kept trying to be friendly and getting out of cabs and saying to the drivers, oh, keep the pound. I'm like, who do you think we are? But no, I was in Glasgow, I was doing my show, and this couple were about to come to the show, but they had a little boy with them. And I said, how old's your little boy? Because I swear a bit, and you've got to love the Glaswegians. The mum went, you swear a bit. And I said, yeah, and she went, on you go! Okay. Then they were just about to go in, and I looked at him, he was tiny. And I beckoned the mum over and I went, how old is he? And she went, he's 8. And I was like, oh, that's young. So I beckoned her over and I went, I say the C word. And she just looked at her little boy and went, you know cunt, don't you, Craig? And Craig, bless him, went, I do! The most terrifying thing. But no, I'm pleased you're okay with me saying the C word. Some of you might not be okay, you might secretly hate it. I understand, I know all the ins and outs of the C word, that sounds weirdly phrased. I've studied the use of the C word, which sounds an odd thing to say, but it's because I studied feminism at university. Wrong crowd. Fuck! That was amazing. Both Team A and Team B went, what? I love people's reactions. I was at a party a couple of months ago talking to this couple, and he went, oh my God, you're a comedian, what did you study at university? Did you study funny studies? And he was so pleased with himself. He went, funny studies, ha 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 ha. And his wife was worse. His wife went, he's funny, isn't he? He could be a comedian. And I said, no. And he went, what did you study? What did you study? And I said, I studied feminism. And he did this thing, he went, whoop. What the fuck is that? I wasn't sure if he was airing his balls or something. It was like, whoop. I didn't know, I was embarrassed on his behalf. I didn't know what he meant, so I said, anyway, lovely to meet you both. I'm going to get a glass of wine. And I walked away, and then as soon as I walked away, I thought, I think he's just dissed. I'm too old to say dissed. I think he's just dissed everything I believe in. So I turned around to ask him, and I caught him just in time, looking at me, but mouthing something to his wife. And he was going, let's be that. Now you got that, but his wife went, his wife went, I don't think so. Look at her. And she went, come see, come see. It went on for so long, I wanted to join in the end. I wanted to go. Nothing. I didn't. I didn't have the microphone for one thing. And also loads of my friends are gay. None of the business of someone, a couple I've never met at a party. Loads of my friends are gay. Have in fact even got a bit of a nagging question about being a lesbian. Do you ever start a subject you wish you hadn't? Wow. I love it. Team A in particular went. No, so loads of my friends are gay. I've always had this nagging question. Do black lesbians have bigger dildos? Or is it a myth? Who knows? I did say that a bit tentatively, because I did that joke the other day, and afterwards this one came up to me and she went, I liked you, but that joke is so heterosexual of you. So I'm going to be honest, I am straight. I was infatuated with a woman for about a year, and I thought, what's the deal? Am I a bit bi-curious? What is it? What it was, she reminded me of the Fonz. In a nice way, she'd endorse me and I'd be like, thanks Lynn, and she'd go, eee. She did in my head. But that's the thing, if you say you studied feminism, people think, oh, lesbian, or the other reaction I always get, even from one of my best friends, he's a vegan, he's a zoologist, he's studying the bees dying out. Did you know the bees are dying out? Good, because it's always quite hard when I have to break it to people. The bees are dying out. But every time he sees me, he goes, oh, feminist, have you got your hairy legs on? Have you got your hairy legs on? A, my legs aren't detachable. And B, as I always say to him, you know what, when the bees are dead, you'll be pleased of the long-leg-haired feminists walking through the flowers. Because that's how we're going to spread the pollen. It's just ridiculous. I say he's a vegan. I used to be a vegan. It never went well for me. But the diet was okay. Telling people, see, you've gone quiet, I said I'm a vegan. Whoa. Like, I was at a gig in Manchester, I said I was a vegan, a man at the back shouted, bit chubby for a vegan. Charming. What made it worse, this woman down the front to stick up for me, she put her hand up and she went, you're fine. And I said, thank you, and I leant in with the microphone because I thought she was going to say something even nicer, and she went, you just shouldn't wear that top. What's actually this top? What's this top? I had to put it on again today. It's the only thing that dries quickly. You don't need to know this bit, really. Do you know that thing where you put on a big wash and nothing's dry? Yes, one lady knows, the rest of you are just going, why are you talking about this? I love a big wash, because it's eco, isn't it? It's eco, but also, you know that bit when you're pulling it all out past that big rubber ringy bit? Do you ever pretend you're delivering a baby calf? Do you ever do that? And you're pulling and pulling, and this voice in your head goes, we need hot towels, and you're like, they're at the back. Right. And you just keep pulling, and eventually it breaks, and then you're like, oh, the calf's dead. Sad for me, no room for pets. It's right this time of year because apricots are in season and they're quite furry on the outside. Hold them in your hand, close your eyes, pretend you've got a hamster. It works. I still buy all the crap, like I eat meat, but I buy all the crap that you can buy. You know, I bought one of those relaxation tapes that plays whale noises, took it home, whale noise, whale noise, whale noise. I was like, oh. Goldfish shat itself. Just an apricot in a bowl. But I've started eating meat again. It's weird because I've had sort of chicken. I haven't had KFC. I've never had a KFC. Pardon, this is genuine. It's on my bucket list. No, I know. It genuinely is. But like, I've never had a KFC. People say, oh, the thing to have then is the hot wings. I don't know. Like, they're supposed to be the thing that's got the most horrible kind of chemically shit on. And then part of me thinks, oh, just have them. Just have, sometimes I do think, just have them. No one died of hot wings, apart from Icarus. I've got got a new age tip for the single people that I got, you know, because I still do all the new agey stuff. Feng Shui, I don't know if you believe in that stuff. I didn't, but I got this book called How to Find Love and Sex, the Feng Shui way. It's good. Look skeptical. Secrets in the lighting. It is. I put a big red light in my window. Can barely stand, quite frankly. Actually, I can't stand very well. But it's not because of that. It's because I've been going. It's not because of that. I've been going running. I don't know if people run. It hurts your knees, doesn't it? Does it hurt your knees? What I'm getting at is, do you ever have a bad knee but you can't go to the doctor because he wants to give you a smear test? I went to the doctor and went, I've got a bad knee. Went, when did you last have a smear test? I don't think that's caused it, quite frankly. But I've been trying to lose weight because of the bloke calling me fat. I've been having those ready meals with the traffic light system. Have you seen them? The anti-obesity government initiative. It's got the traffic light system on. So if they're good for you, they've got a red dot. No, if they're bad, red. Sorry, I'm a cyclist. Traffic lights mean fuck all to me. But I am actually single at the moment, which I think is alright. The only time it's ever really an issue is if you go to a wedding or something. Like I go to weddings and people do that thing, they go to me, have a child, do you want kids? And I'm like, yeah, and they go, have a child. Like I'm just going to do it like that in front of them. It's weird the things people say to you. And you're like, well, you know, I do want children, but I'm single. You know, I could go down the sperm bank, I suppose, but that always feels a bit like doing a Secret Santa. And I'm going to leave you on this. I met this divorced lady at the wedding, and she was like, oh, I'm going to start dating again. And I said, oh yeah, do. And she went, has dating changed in the last 10 years? And I was like, of course it hasn't. How can it have changed? And then she went, the sex changed? And I was like, no. And then I thought, actually, I think it has. Right? I think men have got better at foreplay. God, I love that. The men are just going, shut up, shut up. I think the men have got better at foreplay. I tell you why, because of computers, well, laptops more specifically. Not because of porn. Because of the touchpads. I was watching a man in a cafe earlier today. He was so gently going like that. Men didn't have that movement in their hand 10 years ago, did they? 10 years ago they were like, Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete. And this man was amazing. He was like, ooh. I was going with him in the end. I was like, and then he did a massive swipe down and I was like, I've got to go.